they got sued for $2 billion. That's a drop in the bucket. You know, we just saw a guy who marked up drugs 7,000%. It was only drug for a certain kind of cancer, and now he's going to pay his dues, but the damage has been done.
7,000%?
Yeah.
Oh, that's outrageous. That is actually a crime. That should be a crime.
It is. He's going to jail for that one, I'm sure.
That one.
That's been in the news. I forgot that guy's name, but he's going in the news.
Good.
But yeah. So that's so it's in my. Karma's going to bite him, too. I know it.
Right.
But, so that's kind of my soapbox. And just watching this over so long that makes me tired because so many people don't know what they don't know again. And, so. But, hey, there's another, you being the paleo foodie of the world, the paleo leader.
Foodie, everyone. I love that name. I think I'll use that name too.
I don't know. You got two already. Drill. What is it? Drill grandma or drill mom or?
They call me the godmother, but do you know they call me drill sergeant to my face?
Drill sergeant.
Can you believe that?
Well, see, now I can go talk to my drill sergeant,
right.
but pass the buck. Yeah, I can believe it. But if you have that air about you, and do you stand with your hands on your hips?
No, I don't. In fact, my nickname comes from a lot of my program is 100% virtual, and so the nickname actually comes from people who have never seen me. But let me share just a little bit about what might get me that name. We will do, for example, we might have you text a picture of your meal. I might say, good afternoon, it's 12 noon, what are you having for lunch, and send me a picture. Does that give you an idea where my nickname comes from?
Yeah,
no, you can imagine what I might see, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And so those impromptu pictures, we laugh, and then they go, Dad, I can't get away with nothing with you. And so that's where the nickname came from.
Absolutely. And, when Nikki and I were members of a church out there in Elmhurst before we moved way up north, and we were trying to bring a little bit more health to the congregation besides their spiritual health. And they already had that really good. We're very blessed to be a part of that group. And I used to ride my bike a lot around town, and I pulled up. And I rode up on one of my brothers, his wife, and his son. They were sitting outside Chipotle, and he goes, oh, food police is here.
You see?
See? That's like you, too. You're like,
right.
You might be the drill sergeant, but your branch is the food police.
Food police. I get it. I really get it.
And your branch is the Army, and your occupational specialty is food police.
Food police.
I've got you.
And sometimes, everyone, for those of you out there in TV land, sometimes now those pictures, we post them on our Facebook page and get a good laugh out of it. For we really do have fun with it. Sometimes I might get something really ridiculous for lunch. They're about to bite into a donut. That's not lunch, everyone. And you're in a weight loss program and you're trying to get well from diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to be sending pictures of donuts. And so we have fun with it. I clunk you upside your head, and then they nickname me the drill sergeant.
That's it. Well, that's good. And I always ask people just to think of me sitting on their shoulder.
Yes, indeed.
You got, what would Jesus do?
Yes, absolutely. What would
the commander do?
Right.
You got one on each shoulder keeping you accountable, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. Mark Denning on one hand and Michelle Edmonds on the other. What did you see this week that really troubled you the most in your work? Anything come to mind that you want to share with the listeners?
It's always the kids for sure.
Kids in particular.
Kids that are born to moms that didn't know they have a heart defect. This kid's probably never going to get surgery, but he'll probably never recover from the other maladies that's associated. Mom is Burmese, so I couldn't communicate with her, and I don't try to reach out at that point, but very, very, very just I take them to a hospital where I make sure every kid has a good day no matter what's going on, and that's pretty cool. I used to moonlight there a long time ago.
Oh, I see. And tell we have quite a few callers on tonight, Mark. We have we're at almost 50 tonight, and I want to share that with you just to encourage you and let you know how much your information is valued. But tell everyone, since we have a lot of new listeners, some of them are new, some of them are just new to me.
Yes.
Remind everyone, though, what is it that you do?
I work on an ambulance as a registered nurse, and I work it's a critical care position. I take care of sick babies, sick kids, and very, very, very sick everybody. These are people that can't be at one hospital. They have to be transferred to a university-type hospital or something like that where they need very advanced treatment, and they're on machines to breathe for them, so many IVs you couldn't count, or heart-lung bypass, sophisticated cardiac equipment that we have, and it's very technical. People that don't think about it sometimes that when we go pick them up in the hospital, they said, your job's easy. I said, think about it. You got this big hospital that you're in with all your resources, and I'm out there going 50 or 60 miles with your patient, that's now my patient. I don't have any hospital backup. Think about it. And it's just sometimes the logistics can be a great part of that. It is a great part of that, in fact. And so we have to pride ourselves on being able to do that as a team and just fall into that. Now, I've seen a pretty good evolution of that since about 2001, and it's just gone leaps and bounds because people are sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker, and they wait longer, Michelle. They wait longer before they go to the hospital, and they're younger and younger and younger. And it goes like, what the heck is this doing? What are they doing?
What do you think that is, Mark? Why are we waiting longer, sicker, and younger? What is that? What do you think it is?
I'm a pretty good optimist, but
all the listeners, the truth.
Well, they think the world's overpopulated and that, and I think that, they're not doing the most good for the most people because right now your doctor visits 8 minutes, period, hands down. It's not even 15 minutes anymore. It's 8 minutes. It used to be a half an hour. It used to be an hour. It used to be able to take time. People used to get to know you. Nobody gets to know you. You're a statistic. You're a pound of flesh. You're a series of parts put together, and that if we can't fix one of the parts, oh my God, there are doctors that will say, MDs that will say, well, I don't know what it is, and I don't know what to do for you. I'll help you get a solution, and people die, and they keep dying, and they keep dying because another medicine. Pretty soon they're all debilitated. They're all in the hospitals. They're in these. We never had a nursing home for skilled nurse facility for people on ventilators. Then all of a sudden there's a whole slew of them in the Chicagoland area that they came in, and it's okay for people to be on these breathing machines, with no hope of coming off. And they're just going to become more debilitated. Now, I can't, I love everybody. Don't get me wrong.
I know you do.
That's God's commandment.
And did I hear you say the billing time for doctors is now 8 minutes per visit per patient?
Yeah, that's all they get to see the patients is 8 minutes.
That's outrageous.
And hopefully more of them will get frustrated with that. Say, wait a minute. Now you have nurse practitioners, right? We didn't have nurse practitioners when I was in my infancy in my nursing career. We didn't have those kind of people.
No, I don't recall that either.
And you know why that is? Because doctors don't have enough time to see their patient.
Oh, I see.
And all these nurses that want to go and they tell me, hey, Mark, I'm going to go become a nurse practitioner. I'm like, buy 2 pairs of track shoes.
I see. That is outrageous.
The suffering is outrageous.
Yes, it is.
The suffering. And people, I don't want to go see the doctor. It's going to take a week to get in there. It's going to take 2 weeks to see this guy or 3 weeks to see this guy. I've had people call me on the phone, and they'll be like, dang, 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later, they're feeling better. Simple solutions, a simple problem. Or what they thought was complex really wasn't, and boom, we've done something good for them. They don't have to take another pill. They're like, wow. So it's just, it's under my skin. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I've been
it's like a rash that won't go away.
Absolutely. I've been working in this area. I've actually been in my own business since 1992 with the Serenity Weight Loss and Detoxification Program. And we started in New York, which is, as I shared with you, I'm a native New Yorker. And so I certainly do know what you're talking about.
So we're doing some good things here, very good things. Yes. And you 50 people can get in touch with over 10,000 people, just yourselves. It used to be one person knew 250 people.
That's right.
Now I think that's gone to 2,500 and even more because of social media.
That's right. Now we're talking about a lot of the areas that are broken in the traditional medical field. But tell them, Mark.
No, it's not even traditional. Whoa, back.
Okay, correct the
just
word.
The allopathic medical field.
Well, that's what I mean by traditional. Allopathic.
That's not traditional. The traditional medicine is traditional Chinese medicine. It's Ayurvedic medicine.
I see what you're saying. Yes, I get what the distinction you're making.
All right, good.
I get that. And I hope everyone else does. That's an important distinction. Traditional really is the good stuff.
It's the right stuff.
It's the right stuff. Yes, I get it.
Drugs should be a last resort.
Yes.
And that after all those things.
Yes.
You know,
that is a very important distinction. Traditional is the right stuff. What do you want these 52 people on the line to give them 3 bullet points and to pass on to, let's say, 3 people? Give them 3 headlines. Can you
keep an open mind? Yeah, always keep an open mind.
Okay.
Don't be a say yes person.
Don't be a say yes person.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
All right. People on my job hate me for that in a way.
Why?
I'm just going to say because I always think outside the box. And some people are just conformists. Don't be a conformist. Think outside the box. Don't be a say yes person. Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor. Yes, doc. Yes, nurse. Yes, nurse. Yes, nurse. Yes, nurse.
Good for you. Good.
Ask a question. Hold up. What are we doing this for? Like they were trying to do too many lab tests for me while I was in the hospital. I said, you already did 3 serial cardiac enzymes and they're negative. We don't need to do those anymore, do we? They kept trying to push that on so they could, because of ka-ching, the money factor.
That's right. That's right.
And I only would have known that because I was a nurse and I knew the procedures that were followed. So you always got to have somebody to go to bat for you, have somebody stay with you while you're in the hospital, you know, especially when you're not up to your capabilities. So open mind, don't be a yes person unless to Jesus. And
amen to that.
Right on.
What would be number?
And don't worry. Too many, and I don't know if that's the best third one, but seek advice. Seek advice might be a better one.
Okay, let's give them 4. Let's make it at 4. How about that?
I could go on with that one. I could go on forever, and you know that. I could be like that.
I'm greedy. I'm going to take whatever I can get out of this. I got me a 4.
Good. Yeah, seek advice, and you know, we came out with a credo for the warriors, and one I told people: always be calm.
I like that. Mm-hmm.
Passion. Take the high. Always take the high ground.
What do you
know? What you know. Know what you know. You know, if you know something's working, don't fall off. Don't fall off that. Because with all the, you know, people do searches on the Warriors page for colon cancer, whatever, and they get a bunch of perspectives on that. They know that that's a good source of information, and they can grasp. You know, we don't have to just grasp at what somebody says. We're hearing a victory post. You know, I overcame my indigestion. I overcame my arthritis. I had a bunch of joint issues. Could say arthritis. You know, and you know, I overcame those. I did that. You know, I bridged it with some essential oils, or I use some good herb tinctures, which are incredible. Tinctures are incredible. We'll go into those later on as we go down the line to help get there. But I just want to tell you, the crux, every form of complementary medicine, and it's been described in many journals that I've read. Michelle, I can only think of how many books you read. I look at how educated you are. I'm like, whoa.
Thank you.
I just went to the school of life pretty much, so. The crux of that is nutrition. You know, and we had been talking about we'd been talking about taking our time eating. We had taken chewing our foods up till they were paste in our mouth and going slowly. You know, I work in EMS. People, they eat so fast and all that stuff. But you know what? The crux of everything is nutrition. And I want to tell you about a study they did in Australia, right, with people from about 60 to 65 years of age, and you can appreciate this in your background. This was in a medical journal down there. Deakin University and Australian National University did a study on older individuals who were eating unhealthy Western diet. They found out that part of their brains were smaller, the hippocampus. It looks like a little hippo in your brain. That's why they kind of call it a hippocampus.
Hippocampus part of the brain was actually smaller.
It was actually smaller.
Wow.
So what happened? These are people that were drinking sweet drinks, salty snacks, processed meat. This part of the brain is critical for learning and memory throughout life and mental health. You know, it didn't matter if you were male or female. It didn't matter if you had depression. It didn't matter how much you exercised. It didn't matter how much education, or even if you were a smoker. It didn't make a difference. And they used an MRI, which is pretty safe to determine this. You know, there's no radiation involved in that. It just lines up the hydrogen ions in your body, and we get a good black, white, and gray picture of that part of your brain and parts of the body, of course, in general. So what do you need to do? You need to eat living food. We needed to eat living food.